Hey everybody, I'm Ivonix, and this is Jade Empire. We just finished convincing Minister Feng to step down as per the Inquisitor's orders. And I realized, funny enough, I didn't actually complete the outline request because I didn't go back and talk with the Minister of Culture after defeating Sir Roderick. So before I head back to the Inquisitor, I'm going to really quickly run back to the Scholar's Garden and actually finish that quest. Oh, well. Guess it just auto sends you back to the landing area once you exit the building. Okay, I've been waiting for you to return. My sources tell me the problem of Minister Sheng and his report to Judge Feng is no longer a problem. My spies tell me that Judge Feng has resigned. Is this true? Have his resignation right here. You've done well. With Feng out of the picture, we can assign his post to somebody less difficult. Somebody pliable and easy to control. Somebody like Sheng. Sheng has no backbone, no will of his own. Things will go much more smoothly for the Lotus Assassins with a puppet like him running the Ministry of Harmony. Yikes. You have successfully completed the mission I gave you. As your reward, we will allow you to begin your training as an Inquisitor of the Lotus Assassins. You honor me with this opportunity. There's much that still lies ahead, but I think you will do well. Our training regime is difficult. For some, it is even lethal, but you should have the skills to survive. Report to the fortress at the far end of the necropolis. The entrance is there. Now that you are worthy of finding it, make certain your affairs are in order before you go. I'll tell them you are coming. Show them the seal when you arrive. Be mindful of your manners. Our trainers are not gentle and they demand respect. What can I expect when I arrive? A new beginning. Your life becomes the Lotus Assassins. Death's hand becomes your guiding spirit. The Emperor is your father above him. I wish you luck. Perhaps I will see you again, if you survive. Alright. That guy can bugger off. So, guys, Lotus Assassins.
So, things are looking up. You've gained the favor of the Lotus Assassins.
Amazingly.
With the recommendation of the Inquisitor, the others will welcome you as a recruit. You can slip into the very heart of their lair.
I can't agree with this. You don't know what you're getting into. You don't know the danger they represent.
Really? What did you see while hiding in your swamp? I've observed Death's Hand for years, both in the palace and elsewhere.
You could have 4 faces and a different name and wardrobe for each, and you still wouldn't understand. Death's Hand is not what he seems.
Oh,
then
really?
What, pray tell, is he?
I don't know. But his power does not come from study or skill. He is something darker, and we should not be trying to enter his lair.
It sounds like Sagacious Zoo wants to go back into hiding. Or perhaps the nursery? Pay no attention, not everyone is as weak as he is.
Dang. Sagacious Zoo will do what I say when the time comes. Quiet, Silk Fox. He is right to advise caution. I'll do what I must regardless of you both. Come on.
You don't know what they are capable of.
The matter is settled. Go sulk in the corner like you're accustomed to doing.
Actually just walks away.
Are we any closer to getting to the Lotus Assassins so this accursed woman will help us find Master Li?
Oh, she spits fire at last. Now I see how the child left her little village. She has some spirit in her after all. But she doesn't need to worry. You've already gained the recommendation of the Lotus Assassin Inquisitor. You could also go to the arena and seek the favor of the Executioner, but it isn't necessary now. A path to the Lotus Assassin Fortress is open.
And after we find the evidence against Death's Hand, you will take us to the palace to find Master Li?
I promise, little Dawnstar. After we get what I want from the Lotus Assassins, the palace is the first place we will go. You have permission, so there won't be any trouble entering. It's only after we have the evidence against Death's Hand that they might notice something is wrong.
We'll worry about that when the time comes. I'd rather kick in the doors than keep up this secrecy. Once inside, I can take care of myself. We'll worry about it when the time
It
comes.
would still be good to get some information first. Sagacious Zoo might know something. We should ask him.
He doesn't seem so inclined to help. I'm almost wondering, like, why he's still, Oh, but he's gone.
Where is he?
He fucked off.
Well, you should be more careful of who you trust.
If I did that, none of you would be here. We'll have to hunt him down. He's harmless, old coward. If I did that, none of you would be here.
That is true. I wouldn't trust any of the ragged homeless you have collected.
Jeez.
No offense meant to those of you who are actually homeless, Dawn Star. If Sagacious Zoo has gone to warn the Lotus Assassins, you need to move quick. If he's just run off, he is no longer our concern.
Zoo would not turn on us.
The Lotus Assassin Fortress is in the far end of the necropolis. They shouldn't give you any trouble. Just appear confident as you enter.
I'm going to do the task for the other recruiter first. No, I'll go to the fortress now. I'll say that.
Everything is in place. I'll have my evidence against Death's Hand soon enough. Oh, and you'll have access to your Master Li as well. I don't want you to think I have forgotten your needs.
How kind of you. Received Lotus Inquisitor Seal, Fang's resignation. Oh, you lost Fang's resignation, turtle eggs, and Judge Fang's ring. Why I lose the turtle eggs? Okay. So we can level up. Oh boy. $13 style points to spend. Can I? Think I'm gonna drop 10 points into the last damage increase slot for Golden Star. And I'll just save the other 3. Alright. So before we go to the fortress, now I will go back to the,
I can't sell upgrades if I can't find supplies.
Shush. Now I will go back to the Scholar's Garden really quick and take care of that. The Outlander. Actually getting that quest finished. Okay, you.
We are all in your debt, but the Ministry of Culture is particularly so. Please take this token sum of silver as payment. You certainly earned it.
Certainly I deserve more than this.
I control a very limited treasury. To give any more would call attention to what has happened here.
I see the reputation of the Empire. My performance was a valuable lesson. What is such experience worth against future invaders? The Ministry cannot get the job done. I deserve the wages of a champion. I'll see if intuition.
A
Yes.
very good point. Here, take this. I should know not to barter with a master debater.
Of course.
Do you disagree? I've never seen such a cunning linguist. It is money well spent. Compensation because my own diction came up short.
Oh boy. Alright, so I did pick up these side quests here. Oh yeah. So this guy, Creative Yukong, I think he was the one who... Oh, and is hiding somewhere in the Imperial City. I think she, Fading Moon, I think she's in the Necropolis somewhere. So yeah, before I go into the, Lotus Assassin Fortress, I'll see if I can't take care of these two little side quests first, the bounties, and then, there's one that, I can get now. It's just out here in the Golden Wave, and it's the one where, you actually, like, you take on a role, like, you take an actor's place in the theater. So I believe I can get that one now, so I'll, go talk to the guy that I think you get it from. He should actually be right over here. This guy, I think.
If only I... Oh, hello. I'm sorry, I was just muttering to myself. I'm in some trouble and... Wait! You! You could help me!
How could I help
You're
you?
clearly not from around the Imperial City, and I need someone's help most desperately. Someone unaffected by the politics of this place.
What can I do to help?
Well, you see, there's been a mix-up. No, an error. Oh, who am I kidding? Some bastard has changed my play! I am Incisive Chorus, the playwright. I'm sure you've heard of me. And if not, you have... now, I suppose. One of my productions has been touring the countryside and catching people's attention. We were asked to bring it into the city and perform here in the Golden Way.
Sounds positive so far. What's the problem?
The play must go on, but not as they want it. The play's been changed, you see. One very key piece of the play has been rewritten.
Worried they're corrupting your art, are you?
Once you change this scene, you change the very soul of the production. It's hardly my play at all if they perform it their way. They've changed it from a commentary of man's inhumanity to man to a satire of the Empire. I tell you truthfully that they've lost the whole point of the piece.
Not to mention that certain factions frown on satire of the Empire.
There's that too. Anyone could take offense. Now I'm doubly concerned. Of course I would pay you. In fact, I'd match... well, this is odd.
What's odd?
It's just that there's no going rate for female actors or whatever you'd be called. It's unheard of.
There's no female actors in the entire city?
Of course there are, though I'm not supposed to know it. The entire establishment turns a blind eye to them. They deserve that much respect. I hear the bosom binding, pants stuffing, and whatnot is a far cry from comfortable.
Sounds like a lot of unnecessary work.
The irony is that many of them get cast as female roles. Fresh faces, you see, leaving us with a woman playing a woman through 4 layers of costume. Most unsightly. I myself have pushed long and hard for realism. Verisimilitude is the word they're throwing out these days. And what better way to avoid all that unnecessary shirt stuffing? Alas, tradition often becomes a barrier blackened by short-sightedness that is not easily overcome.
Maybe it's time we tore down some of these traditions. What do you need me to do?
I need that fire and that passion. That's what I need. I will gladly offer you the going rate for a leading man, just for a walk-on part.
Sweet.
I need you to take a role in the play and read the role the, original way.
Alright.
You have a most regal bearing, so I'd expect you'd have no major problems at any rate acting the role of Lady 14 Flowers. If you talk to first-degree thespian Fong up by the pagoda, tell him you're the replacement actor. He'll be desperate, so all you'll have to do is read the proper lines.
You want me to play Lady 14 Flowers?
That will be a bit tricky, I admit. Certainly breaking with tradition. But if you tell them that you're already in makeup, they'll, gloss things over. It'll be fine, I'm sure.
I'm no actor. They wouldn't believe me.
Oh, they will. It's a role practically suited to one of your stature. It'll come to you as easily as pleasant scents on a spring wind.
Sounds interesting. I'll do it.
Here's a copy of the original script for your scene. Pivotal, I assure you. This copy reads properly, not like that edited pile of dung. Hurry over to the large pagoda overlooking the Golden Way and tell Fong that you're the replacement. They won't wait forever, so step quickly to it. Remember, you'll have to memorize your lines. No script on stage, of course. Also, make sure you read from this script. Now, good... No, you're about to perform, so I shan't jinx it.
I was about to say good luck. Incisive Chorus original script. Okay. It's gonna be down here in plot items. This version of the player character explains that the end of the Jade Empire's expansion occurred because sagacious Tien listened to the will of the heavens. The theme of the heavens reaching out to the Emperor is explored at least twice, and it contains the historically accepted truth that the northern border of the Jade Empire was traced by a shooting star. There will likely be a book and scroll stand near the stage where you can study your part in more detail. Okay. So now we run off back this way. Dog! Okay.
Excuse me. You're in my way, and I'm trying to keep an eye out for our replacement actor.
I'm the understudy you needed.
You? You're the replacement? By the starry river. That is the best makeup job I've ever seen. We'll barely have to touch you up to play Lady 14 Flowers. And let me just say, your costume makes everything look very, authentic. Yes, well, good job. Did they give you a copy of the script when they sent you over here?
I have the script here, is it? No, I don't have a copy on me.
Damn your guild's myopic planning. Luckily for you, I expect the worst from them and pulled a copy from the back. Here, take it. The script's recently been revised, so even if you're familiar with the old version, read it again for the changes before you head on stage.
Got it. Why was the script changed?
Well, a southern noble funded the location and travel for us, but wanted to make a few tweaks. We couldn't afford to miss the exposure. Our writer wasn't that happy, but we accepted the revisions, and here we are. I'm sure your Actors Guild told you that we have standard rates. We'll happily pay you the going rate for a lead, especially since this is short notice. Ruin your scene and you get nothing. Just like normal. Understand?
Think I've got it.
Just get at least half the lines correct and the crowd will figure out what's happening. Any less than that, and it becomes one of those obscure plays no one likes. Now, read that script over. Come talk to me when you've got it, and we'll get you into final costume and onto the stage.
Alright, so I got the edited script now too. Using the stand, you're able to place both of the scripts for your scene side by side and compare them. Seems you have only a few lines for this scene. They're mostly reacting to the other actor. The scene reenacts a historical moment from the formation of Jade Empire. Seem to be only 6 lines for you to remember, and on the scripts there are acting notes that should make it easy to remember the proper lines. Okay, read the notes for the... Oh, I should probably, like, write this down. Alright, read the notes for the first half of the scene. Examine the first page of the scripts, which covers the first 3 of your 6 lines. Notes for the first line. Seems to be the same in both scripts. It's simply responding to a question about the color of banners. Line is commenting that white banners are flying. Second line. Second line seems to be one of the lines that was changed between the scripts. There are 2 versions of it. You're responding to a question about the time of day, and in Incisive Chorus's script, you speak of the heavens sending a message at dusk, and the night is coming on fast. Okay. In the edited version, the time is midday, and you would speak about the Flower Guardians, an obvious dig at the Lotus Assassins. Okay, third line. Third line is the same in both scripts, and you respond to a question about location. As the acting notes direct the key elemental eyes and that a decision was reached on the edge of a great plain. Alright, second half of the scene. Fourth line, 2 versions. Script written by Incisive Chorus. Theme of the heavens reaching out to Emperor Tian is explored again. Your character comments seasons change from place to place. Okay, in the edited version, your character comments that warmth can hide an icy heart. This comment leads to a thinly veiled condemnation of the Emperor. Okay, fifth line. Same between both scripts. Who did the Emperor turn to? In the script, the Emperor turned to the heavens themselves. And sixth line. Same across both scripts. A shooting star traces a border across the sky. Okay. Alright. Now we can go, talk with this guy.
Have you read the script? Do you feel one with Lady 14 Flowers yet?
I'm ready. Let's get the show on the road.
That's the spirit. Let's get you into the back and costumed up, Lady 14 Flowers.
Watch closely. We shall see if the informant was accurate.
Imagine condemning the Jade Empire at its heart. The fools.
All of heaven's blessings guide him, but sagacious Tien has been absent from the palace for such a time. His conquests of the northern kingdoms have kept his light from us. All the scattered kingdoms have seen the light of his rule, and our emperor's advisors grow in number. The arable lands to the south, all the way to the useless jungles, which were left as nothing for the Monkey King, are fused into the mighty Jade Empire. To the east, sagacious Tien has spread his light to the very waters themselves, And lo, to the west, he found enlightenment among the hills of the 6 holy scrolls. But what word from the wastes of the horse lords? Aha! What is this?
That's quite the costume.
White is Lady 14 Flowers. We can only hope she brings word. My dearest Lady 14 Flowers, under what banner does your entourage travel today?
So yeah, you can just completely fuck it up if you want to. Or, do it the way that, like, no, the edited version. But, so it's white banner. Okay. One of the options is, it's sort of a blend of egg white and fuchsia. I rather like the contrast. So white banners fly.
Peace in the north? Could this be? Have all the horse lords been subjugated so easily? Heaven smiles upon the Empire today. Your arrival here is certainly welcome, as your kingdom is one of the most recent to join the Jade Empire. We have had word that the hostilities have ceased. Tell me, most gracious lady, when was this momentous decision reached?
Watch rising sun. Either way, the dusk was slipping in tonight. I believe that's the correct answer. It was while the Emperor was indisposed. He does his best thinking in private, you see. Tian's decision was made over the midday meal. The flower guardians would allow nothing else. Alright, so yeah, it was dusk.
You phrased that most interestingly, Lady 14 Flowers. Why do I sense there is more to this story? But surely the might of the Jade Empire is unquestionable, and our will to victory unswayed. And tell me, most gracious madam, when the final blow was struck, where was our noble leader? Deep in the wastes of the north?
Amid a mighty forest of trees, raking sand in the impromptu meditation garden he'd ordered constructed, stood the edge of a vast plain. Near a great river facing a wall of mountains. So yeah, it was edge of a vast plain.
Surely you mean the far edge. The horse lord camps broken behind him. There's been nothing but the gentle drafts of spring here in the Imperial City for weeks. With such a chill in the air, was this some time ago?
This is, the flower guardians again. And the north are locked in snow, ice and snow forever. So some time ago, yes. No, all this happens as we speak. Lady 14 Flowers has the gift of prophecy. Heaven's reach is wide, weather is not the same in all places. Puzzle.
My lady, I sense that there is more to your story than I have gleaned. Perhaps my own perceptions blind me. It seems to me that some part of your story remains untold. Do my questions block the truth? Tell me this, if nothing else, good lady. When the cry for peace rose up, who was it that our great emperor turned to?
The heavens themselves, or none other than 2 Drops Yitan, his personal food taster. He turned the heavens themselves as they had already turned to him.
The heavens had turned to him? These words, are they riddles? Wait, what word is this from the front? The emperor sends word of his return. The horse lords are unconquered, but our forces were undefeatable. What happened to cease the expansion of the empire, dear lady?
Just got a little too bored with always winning, to be frank. A shooting star traced the border of our lands.
A celestial event? Most auspicious. And so, our most noble emperor saw a sign from the heavens. Our mighty armies poised to crush the horse lords and stretch the empire to the ends of the earth. But we stopped. For now, even I see that there are limits to ambition, and overreaching those limits invites nothing but disaster. All praise the Emperor, for his wisdom is infinite. My lady, you have my deepest thanks for bringing this news to us. I shall inform the court immediately.
Ta-da!
What in the dragon's eye was that? I saw no treason there. The informant will suffer for a lifetime.
Get a bad tip and, oh man.
You there, Lady 14 Flowers.
Yes?
The crowd loved it. Fantastic performance. You managed to hit every line perfectly.
You continue to surprise me. I wouldn't have thought you the aspiring actor.
Our sponsor may not be happy with the version you read, but I've always preferred the old version of the play anyway. I guess Incisive Chorus put you up to this, because I know I gave you the new script to study. Good for him. I believe I owe you an actor's fee. Enjoy. I'm glad you were here to fill in. We would have sunk faster than a bottomless boat without a solid Lady 14 flowers on hand.
It was no problem. Rather fun, really.
Rather fun. Now, I know you're not one of the guild actors. They're never positive about anything. Oh well, no harm done, I'm sure. The performance wouldn't have gone on without you, professional actor or not. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have things I must attend to.
Yay, and I got 1,000 silver. Now I think we can also go back and talk to Incisive Chorus? We'll see. It's funny, some NPCs you can just run right through, others are solid. Hey!
Had your, moment, did you?
Yep. You didn't come to watch?
I never attend my own.
I could have sworn he was standing in the crowd, though.
Someone goes for me. She is very kind to do that. I heard how it went. Fantastic! The scholars loved it. One's already asked for a copy of the manuscript. I'm sure there will be more. Perhaps as many as 3. Here, I promised you this, and you should have it. Yes, that's it. Enjoy, and thank you so much. Oh, so much to do. So many, copies to make. Yes! Ha!
Goodbye. And he gave me 1,500. Awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the arena to talk with, Lady Rento, who is the wife of, the guy that one of the people I have a bounty for, Creative Yukong, conned a bunch of money out of, so I'm gonna do that really quick. Okay, walked into this. No more excuses. Your father was always full of excuses too. It tires me to no end. You know what you have to do, so go do it.
Please, Purveyor, don't send me in there. I'm scared those things will see me before I can get into the cave. Please, don't make me do it.
I've been patient with you, Jinlin, but your father's been dead for almost a week now. It's time for you to pay off his debts. Now go, or perhaps you'd prefer for you and your mother to be sent to work at the wall?
No! I will go. Please don't hurt my mother. I'll get the artifact for you. I promise.
Jerk. A wise decision. You know where you'd find me once you have it. Do not keep me waiting, Jinlin.
The city can be a harsh place for children, but we don't have time to help them all.
Yeah, I'll save that side quest for later. Oh, where the hell is the arena again? I think it's this way. Yes, that's it. Okay, where is Lady Rento? Tavern keeper, waitress, patron, spectator, Lady Rento, hello.
Don't you just love the Imperial Arena? No other place like it in all of the Jade Empire.
Were you looking for me? I'm Lady Rento, and I was expecting someone sent by Captain Sen.
Here to talk to you about Creative Yukong.
Oh, poor Yukong. Captain Sen's still willing to do my husband's bidding and hunt him down, is he? I swear, my husband is insufferable. Yukong's a harmless aspiring actor who asked me if I would act as his patron. Since my husband was away from the city, again, I accepted and gave Yukong a moderate stipend. I thought he was charming.
Why is Yukong wanted for confidence schemes?
That was how my husband presented the situation to the authorities. He didn't want to face the shame of supporting a humble actor.
Wow.
My husband's a fool, but when he lowers his head, all I can do is let him charge and hope he rams something solid enough to slow him.
How much did you give this actor?
Probably less than my husband is putting forth as a bounty for poor Yukong. That young man doesn't deserve this.
Do you have any idea where I could find Creative Yukong?
I would wager that you'll find him in the Scholars' Garden. Yukong was going to try out for that new play. I'm sure you heard about it when it was performed in the Golden Way. Made quite the impression, I'm told.
Oh, I heard about that, did you?
Yukong was going to try out for a role as a scholar, so he may be using his costume to hide in the garden. He's not much of a scholar, so you should be able to spot him.
Okay, just gonna let you get back to what you were doing.
If you happen to find Creative Yukong, do go easy on him, would you? The poor boy did nothing wrong, and my husband is being unusually cruel to him. Good luck with your search. I have to get back to the estate, so much to do.
No more lollygagging at the arena. Okay. We'll run back to the scholar- oops, that's the kitchen. Back to the Scholars' Garden once again.
What do you want? You're working for Purveyor Shuji, aren't you? Please don't tell him I haven't gone yet. I'm going now, even though it will probably get me killed.
Now, I wasn't planning on picking up this side quest, but as I tried, like, right now, but as I tried to run past her on my way back to the Scholars' Garden, it just happened. Okay, calm down, I'm not with the Purveyor.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little upset. I'm Jinlin. Is there something you want?
I saw what happened earlier, I'd like to help you.
Thanks, but I need to find a way to kill spirits. Purveyor Shuji wants me to fetch an artifact from an emperor's tomb in the necropolis.
Yikes.
It's filled with ghosts. Purveyors... He threatened to sell my mom to slave traders if I don't get this artifact. I don't know what to do. I can't fight ghosts.
Why doesn't he send your mom to get the artifact? Why don't I just get rid of Purveyor Shoji for you? Perhaps I could get I could get rid of the ghosts for you.
Really? It would be very dangerous, and I don't have anything to give you in return. Are you sure you want to do this?
100%. Can't allow you to do this on your own.
Thank you. You are very kind. My father would have liked you, I think. He was brave like you are. The tomb is over in the necropolis. The door is locked, but I can sneak inside and open it. I just have to be careful not to alert the ghosts. If you really think you can get rid of the ghosts, I'll head over to the tomb and wait for you there.
I'll be there shortly.
Great! I'll wait by the steps of the Emperor's tomb. I'm sure you'll find it easily enough. See you soon, I hope.
Now, back to the Scholars' Garden. Alright, Creative Yukong. Where are you? Scholar Donggao?
I'm sorry, I can't speak with you now. It would be unwise for me to associate with someone of your affiliations.
Yeah, he's the one I talked to about the, Lotus Assassin's philosopher. Probably not this guy. Okay. Can't even interact with them. Scholar Kongyu.
I hope you're not here to pester me. I'm a very busy, important, and educated man, you know.
Are you now? What sort of studies keep you so busy?
All manner of studies. The history of dramatic systems, applied theology, and, celestial integration. All of these are vital pursuits of knowledge. Not that you would understand such lofty matters.
Why don't you tell me more about the history of dramatic systems?
Well, you see, drama can be broken down into several systems, and I study the history of those systems over time, how they've changed, and that sort of thing.
Can you outline some of these systems for me?
Well, there's the new system, of course, but everyone knows that. Then we have the old system, which, as you may surmise, is no longer in use. That's a brief summary of my latest work, at any rate.
How have these systems changed?
Oh, it's all very complex, and I really don't feel like describing it to you at any length. That's how you know I'm a scholar, you see. An unwillingness to share all the information I have.
Uh-huh. That's enough about the history of dramatic systems.
Too large a subject for your mind to comprehend, I'm sure.
Do you have any works I would have read?
Oh, I doubt it. You don't look the type for heavy reading.
No, but I am, and I certainly haven't heard of you.
Of course, none of my books are published yet, but as a scholar and a respected one, I will most certainly pen some marvelous books someday.
Wouldn't you have to have written several books to be a respected scholar?
Well, yes. Unless your theories are astoundingly brilliant, which is the case with me.
You're a creative Yukong, aren't you?
Of course not. I'm... Ah, drat. This isn't working at all. How did you know?
Well, let's call it a hunch. Your studies weren't very convincing.
You're here to hunt me down, then. Lord Rento has it in for me, and I figured it would come to this. I don't suppose running would do me any good.
How did someone of your skill manage to con a noble anyway? If you run, you only die tired. How'd some of your skill manage to con a noble anyway?
I was unjustly accused. I simply petitioned Lady Rento for some silver to support me as an actor. Patronage, it's called. She agreed, but her husband flew into a rage when he found out, and now I have a death sentence on my head. It's not fair.
Shame.
And if you were a decent person, you'd help me get out of this city instead of taking me in. It's the only way I'll get clear of Lord Rento's wrath.
Do you have any proof you were falsely accused? Well, I already talked to his wife, who kind of corroborated that, so... but you know, I'll ask anyway.
You need more proof than my pathetic attempt to pose as a scholar? How about the fact that Lord Rento was out of town when I bilked him? Not that anyone but Lady Rento will confirm that for you. Still, it should be apparent that I'm not some great confidence man.
Butterfly just flew through my head. Okay, think I'll help you instead of collecting your bounty.
We should go see Captain Sen right away if you're sure. Is now a fair time to go down to the gate to get me out of here?
I'm ready to help you now.
The only easy way out of this city is through the gate that Sen is guarding, and he's looking for me. However, if I disguise myself as a mercenary and sneak past him, I might just get away. But you have to help me by distracting him. Just tell him that I've already escaped, and I'll get away just fine. I can't imagine what might go wrong.
Uh-huh. Okay. Famous last words, really.
Citizen, I hear there is progress in the search for creative Yukong. A scholar ran out of the Scholar's Garden after talking to you. Tell me you have good news.
Creative Yukong has left the city. Like, that's him over there. Creative Yukong has left the city.
How did he get past me? He couldn't access a flyer. What is that man doing? Are you certain he's gone? Would a bit of silver jog your memory? What do you say?
My investigation made it clear that he had already slipped away.
Look at that tart swinging her hips for that mercenary.
Oh my god.
I can't see how Yukong slipped past us. Did he bribe one of my agents somehow? Well, the Imperial Army has more silver than some confidence man. Take my meaning.
What could he possibly offer me? He's gone and there's no point in catching him. That fumbling twit over there is your man. He's not worth covering for. Your most generous. No. What could he possibly offer me? He's gone and there's no point in catching him.
I should arrest that accursed tourist. Look, you spoke to a nervous scholar, and now Yukong has suddenly disappeared. Suspicious. What if I offered you the normal bounty plus half? Would that change anything?
They really want to make you turn on him because he's acting like an ass. There's nothing I can tell you regardless of your offer.
Well, if you say so. Despite Lord Rento's insistence to the contrary, I doubt he was a master criminal. Perhaps I'll just declare Yukong's bounty a dead matter. Is there anything else that the Imperial Army can do for one of our fine citizens?
I should go.
Right you are. Remember to keep an eye out for anyone suspicious.
Like that bumbling tourist. Well, at this point, most of my, the main quest and the, my current side quests kind of all involve going into the necropolis. For the points of, you know, the Lotus Assassin Fortress, helping that little girl out, and then, the other bounty I had, the Arsonist. That's all pretty much in the necropolis. So, I will end it here and say venturing into there for the next Jade Empire video. But for now, thanks for watching. Until next time, rock on.